great win for us, great bounce back. I thought our guys earned this win the last couple of days in practice, really got after it. Played with some connection and some toughness, some attention to detail with defending one of the better teams in the country, one of the toughest teams to defend, especially in the open floor. We had to play a little bit differently defensively. This was a team we didn't feel like we could obviously turn over a lot, and pressure we didn't know how much would be effective, especially full court pressure. Backfired on us a little bit mid-second half. Got off to a great start. Loved the way the ball was moving in the first half. Gang rebounded the basketball a lot better. Got to some loose balls. Thought we just played really hard, and then really responded well to a big Arkansas run there mid-second half. Settled in a little bit offensively. Changed up a little bit defensively. Again, I credit our guys for doing a couple things we really hadn't done this year in terms of running at Acuff, trying to get the ball out of his hands. He's a special talent, of course. And then did enough down the stretch with their running and jumping. Didn't handle it perfectly, but were able to get to the foul line and really converted down the stretch. Great environment. Really appreciative to our fans that came back after a really tough loss. We didn't defend at the level that we're capable of, but took a step in the right direction today. Really proud of our guys.
Questions? When you talk about the connectivity, I want to ask you about, I guess, the final 6 minutes of the game. You know, they hit the three-pointer to tie it, and then I think y'all go on that 10-0 run, whatever it was there, to kind of close it out. Kind of what did you see over that little stretch? Of course, Jeremiah, I know has some big threes in that, but overall, what did you see from that standpoint?
Yeah, a couple stops, a couple loose balls in the paint, and I liked our so much different than the way we've played in the last 3 years, as opposed to let's really call something here and let's think about what we're doing and walk the ball up. It's just a huge possession. We're effective in huge possessions, playing in tempo. You know, playing with pace and space and sprinting to the corners and pitching it ahead and getting into some of our conceptual stuff and or just putting your head down in space, right? And if you can see the rim, let's get to the rim. Get the defense behind, moved it a little bit, fell into a couple open jumpers and shot it and finished. I thought Jeremiah played another high-level game, you know, against a high major. You know, he continues to show that he was ready for this stage offensively and improving defensively as a young sophomore. I thought he was really good. Kenny Catchings played about as hard as I've seen him play. Somto, his performance, you look at the numbers, a little bit underrated. You got to keep looking to your right. He has 7 blocks, altered some other shots, fought through a lot of physicality. He's becoming the focal point of a lot of scouting reports, of course. Blue Kane played his best game in a long time, and his mindset wasn't, let's see how many I can score in this one. It was the correct winning mindset. Really proud of him. He was playing at a high level, and he's just struggled lately, and he just sold out these last couple days and today to playing hard, right, and making winning plays and defending and flying around and rebounding, and falls into some open shots, and you look down, he's got 18, 3 assists, 1 turnover, and was as good defensively as anyone that we had today on the court. And then finish my ramble with Jake Wilkins. My goodness, what an impact he made. Speaks to his approach and his humility. You know, he's had some games where lately, after getting off to a really good start as a freshman, all of a sudden the schedule improves for us. Each possession's a little bit bigger. He has struggled a little bit at times, like almost every freshman in the country. And we've got other good guards alongside of him that got a little more experience. And he just continues to come to work and improve. Had 2 good practices leading into today, and started off his performance with a hustle play, just sprinting the offensive glass and refused to block out, got a tip in and falls into a couple of open shots, played with great energy defensively. I thought Jake was a huge factor in this win.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about Jake. Was it his practice performance, or did you see something in the matchup that you wanted to get him in there pretty early?
We thought it would be a pretty high-tempo game. We hadn't, without naming names, we've struggled a little bit, you know, at those couple spots there on the wings, just a little bit at times, and we just want to give him opportunity. We went really hard in practice the last 2 days, and he's a guy who's fresh, right? He hasn't played a ton lately, and believe in him. He had 2 really good practices, but it's not like he He's a freshman that was achieving success that all of a sudden just has had a bad attitude, for 2-3 weeks, which is common. Freshmen do this. I did it at 18, right? And that's not him. He just continued. 2 days ago, he's really good. Yesterday was really good. He's got some, I said this in the summer, reminds me of Asa a little bit. And his path and his journey, his process is totally different. He's running his own race, but a similar characteristic in that he loves to play. He comes to compete every day. He comes to work, and he was ready to have a good game today.
Blue said the Ole Miss loss irked them off a little bit. You mentioned how you wanted it to linger. How did you see them use that motivation today?
I thought our guys really embraced work. Details not to the extent that you'd hope for, but closer. But really competitive, played with a little bit of chip these last couple of days. Again, highly competitive spirit in the gym. A little bit more ownership, put our guys in some situations in practice that were a little difficult and tried to challenge and promote some ownership, and we got some of that. We got the intensity level increased a little bit. It's always risky this time of year to do that, but our guys responded really well. Again, really proud of them, and who knows moving forward. We got a really tough one on the road here in a couple of days, but I know if we play that hard and can defend high-level teams with that effort, we're going to win our share because we're hard to guard, and that was much. We defended at a much higher level than we did the other day.
Hey, Coach, congrats on the win. You said it yourself that Blue Kane, you said embraced the correct mindset, especially after a game in which he struggled, didn't make a single field goal, but here was especially crucial in you guys withstanding that Arkansas rally and winning this game.
Yeah.
Was there anything in the couple of days between the Ole Miss loss and this result that you said to him or any member of the coaching staff or any one of his teammates to help him get his confidence back, maintain his self-esteem, maintain his belief that he can positively impact this team?
Yeah, I don't know what resonated the most, but I regularly meet with our guys. I sat with them the other day. There are certain things I didn't need to tell him because he's been in this program. This is year 3, and we consider Blue, really entrenched in everything that we do, and challenge him a lot of times to be an extension of us as a staff. But I'm sure he talked to assistant coaches as well and teammates and probably the rest of his circle and family. But what he expressed to me a couple days ago was, Coach, like you always talk about, I just got to get lost in the game. I just got to I got to play with joy. I got to put pressure on myself. And all of these young people go through stuff like that. And today he started the game with just making winning plays. You can go back and watch the first defensive possession, and he was phenomenal. And sometimes when you're focused on the right stuff, as we're all preaching the same stuff with different terms, at this level of basketball, you'll fall into points, you'll fall into open ones, right? And you play with a clean conscience, and you're open and better chances of it going in because you're not chasing it. You're not chasing a ball. You're not thinking about, hey, next time I'm going to score. And I'm not talking about just Blue. I'm talking about all our guys. It should be, we need to get a stop here. I need to be in the gap. I need to contest which way am I forcing this guy. Do I rotate here? What do I say here? And then before you know it, the ball hits your hands and you're open. You shoot it. You just lose yourself in the game and you play. And I thought he did a wonderful job of that today.
Could you talk some more about the defense a little bit tonight? I mean, like you and the other guys were saying after the game, y'all were pretty ticked off at the way y'all played defensively. But tonight, what was working better? What did y'all do much better tonight that y'all did the other day?
Played harder. Just played was more important to us. In a stance, did a better job defending the ball one-on-one. I don't remember probably a couple, now you think about it in transition, but there weren't a number of just wide-open threes. There weren't glaring missed blockouts. We had one late in the game, one of our point guards, when we're trying to finish the game, and we got to make sure we finish because we gave up one on that right block right in front of their bench. But just did a better job, again, of gang rebounding, flying around. And it wasn't overly clean, but hands-on basketballs and came up with a lot of 50-50 balls. Just more engaged And then again, tried a couple things out of necessity because we really couldn't slow them down there that we hadn't gone to this year. Did a little bit against Clemson, did more today. And so, again, our guys' attention to detail and the way that we were locked in with trying something new that we worked on the last 2 days and then shoot around and walk through it again today collectively to try to slow down Acuff and get it out of his hands because he's a handful. You know, they got a bunch of guys that can really play, and they're really tough to defend. It was a really good defensive performance for us.
You guys got a quad one win, and you have back-to-back road games now, a bunch of more quad one opportunities.
Yeah.
You know, first of all, how big is it to get that kind of win today, and then how do you get your guys ready for that kind of stretch where there's, you know, a lot of these opportunities?
Yeah, definitely. It's about tomorrow. That's it. That's the way we keep it, process oriented. Tomorrow we'll bring our guys back down to earth, and our guys have really embraced that. They've done a really good job with that. They'll walk in and, hey, what are we watching on film today? And we'll watch some positive, and we'll watch some stuff we could have done better, and then we'll turn it to Missouri really quickly. A really tough place to play. They'll be very prepared. Very good team, very good program. But yeah, if we tell our guys every fall, and then we have the big picture conversation right before games start, and then really late first semester. If you dwell on, hey, this one's quad one, this one's quad two, these guys are this and Ken Palm, and so thinks we should win this game, but we can't lose this game. It's just, it's paralysis. Let's just get better. Let's have a great workout tomorrow, film session, continue to improve. And if we play really well in Columbia, maybe down the stretch, you get a chance to steal one on the road. There'll be a couple more opportunities that we'll have those. We'll have that chance where we'll be in the mix late in the game on the road. I'm hopeful we'll have a couple more of those, and we'll see if you can finish the game and steal it.
To follow up on that, what are your early impressions of Missouri?
Oh my goodness, put me right on the spot. After watching that Ole Miss film about 15 times and then watching Arkansas for 72 straight hours, Missouri ability as a program to really turn you over and to mix it up and keep you on your heels. We talked about connected. I think that they're a program that's always done a good job of showing connection, you know, with those five that are on the court and with the, you know, the aura and the body language and the bench. They do a good job. They've got multiple shooters. They've got Mark Mitchell's an absolute handful on the block, driving it, ISO in it, on the offensive glass. They've got other good size to complement him. They've got really good guards. They've got some speed. Yeah, I mean, they're Missouri at home. It's better play really well to have a chance.